Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Friday 15, which happens every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time, where we answer your industry questions. So if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and like our channel. Also, just real quickly, wanted to mention that the week of January 23rd to the 29th, we will be hosting Host Week. This is a great opportunity to learn about host agencies, offers that they have going on, things that are new and exciting with the hosts. Also, we'll have suppliers and consortiums on there as well. So please make sure that you keep checking back to our events page for more information on Host Week. So our first question comes from Tia. Hi, I'm a newbie and I'm thinking about trying to get on with Departure Lounge. I emailed Keith Walden himself and he responded immediately from the Virtuoso conference in Vienna. I thought that was really cool. He said he would call me when he gets back and settled in. I am on day one of the Har 7-day setup. What should I learn to prepare for the call? What questions should I ask? So first off, Tia, congratulations on starting the 7-day setup challenge. This program has a lot of really great information that is there to help you get started and get your agency going off onto the right foot. So there's, as I mentioned, so much information. Just make sure you take your time going through it. And it might take you longer than 7 days, but it is well worth it. There's so much information from setting up your business structure, determining what's the right business structure for you, your business financials, choosing a host agency, choosing a niche, and working with preferred suppliers. So stick with it. And thank you once again for taking the time to take the challenge. Also, I just wanted to thank you for letting us know what an amazing experience you had with Keith Walden at Departure Lounge. That is what we want to hear. You know, it shows a lot about the prospective host that you were interested in, that he is at a conference overseas and he took the time to respond to you immediately and let you know that he wanted to speak with you personally. So that says to me, that is a very supportive host agency. So thank you for letting us know. And I really like your question. There are probably tons of other agents out there that are wondering, how do I go about calling a host agency? What kind of questions should I be asking? So here are some things to kind of consider when you are looking at a prospective host agency. So first off, you just need to have an idea of what it is that you want from a host. Because that is really important. Knowing up front that, is it about the size of the host agency? Do you think that you work better with a smaller environment versus a larger environment? Like Departure Lounge, for example, is a smaller size host agency, has about 140 independent contractors, but it's an amazing host agency. So, size shouldn't, yes, whether you want small or large, just knowing which is going to be the better fit for you is important as well. So, and really, what type of culture do they have? And you're going to know that when you are actually calling the prospective host. You're going to know right away whether or not that host is a really good fit. So it could be great on paper, but when you actually speak to them, you might find that the experience is slightly different from that. So calling them is really important. Here's just a couple things you should think about asking. Do they offer E&O insurance? What kind of new agent training program and onboarding programs do they have for you? What kind of continuing education programs do they have available to you as well? Do they offer any kind of mentor programs? Do they have a one-to-one where you get to work with an experienced agent or somebody within Departure Lounge's organization that is going to help mentor you through the first couple months of getting your business going? What kind of commission splits do they offer? This is an important question to ask so that you know up front what kind of commission splits they have and what is going to be the best fit for you starting out. And just know your commission split can change as your business grows. Also, know what kind of fees that they charge. Is it an annual fee? Is there a startup fee? Is it a monthly fee? So knowing up front how much it's going to cost you to join that host agency is important as well. Also, how often do they pay commissions? If you're interested in a leads program, asking, do they have a leads program? And if so, what does that entail? Just so that you know up front, is it something that, they're going to be feeding you specific supplier leads, or is it going to be one of those that it's the leads are out there and any one of the agents can grab the lead? So just knowing what kind of lead program they offer. Also, what kind of marketing do they offer? And, what consortium are they associated with? Which you had already mentioned, it is Virtuoso. So that is a more luxury focused consortium. So just kind of getting an idea too of what preferred suppliers do they have. And if you have an idea of what kind of niche you are interested in or what type of products you want to sell, knowing what suppliers they offer and have relationships with is important as well too. And then what kind of back-end system do they offer? Do they offer a CRM? And then, do they offer an agent internet or a way for you to network with other Departure Lounge agents? Because this is going to allow you to be able to reach out to the more experienced agents, get tips from them, find out what works, what doesn't work. It's going to be really helpful to be able to network with those other agents. And then you might find that some of these agents are actually located near you, and others will be across, scattered across the US. So just making sure, do they have a way for you to network with the other agents within their host? So, and then, do they offer any conferences? How often a year? What kind of yearly training events? Do they have regional events that you can attend? And then also, are they wanting you to attend the consortium conference as well? These are important things to be asking. And then I would also finally kind of ask, so if you were to join Departure Lounge, are you going to be using their agency name, or do you get to set up your own agency name under their umbrella? So just kind of getting an idea up front about that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the comments on how to find tips on how to find the best host agency. And then also I'm going to do a link for Departure Lounge's website through ours so that you can go and see all the things about Departure Lounge on the site. And I would go ahead, review that, research it, and have that up when you are actually on your call with Keith. And that way that will help you kind of keep track of the type of questions that you do want to ask. And you know what? If you get done with the call and realize, oh, wait, there's a couple other questions, reach back out to Keith or whoever it might be that you're speaking with immediately, because they'll be happy to answer your questions, because they do want you to join their host agency. So, good luck to you, Tia. I hope everything works out with you in Departure Lounge. And certainly let us know on the Facebook group if you did, who you chose to go with. That's really great information. And then that helps other new agents come in the industry as to why you chose a particular host agency as well. So good luck to you, Tia. So our next question comes from Matt. Hi, I am new to the group. I had a host agency lined up for training, and at the last minute, they canceled the training. Now I am intent on joining Virtuoso, but I am waiting on them to contact me back. Anybody know a Virtuoso agency that I could speak with for hosting and training me? I'm eager to begin right away. Thanks. So Matt, first off, welcome to the 7-Day Setup Facebook group. I'm so glad that you've already taken the opportunity to reach out and ask this question to other agents out there. It's a great way for you to get a different perspective on different Virtuoso agencies, host agencies out there. So I appreciate you reaching out, and sorry to hear that your prospective host agency had to cancel their training with you, but possibly that is something you circle back around with them. Maybe something had just kind of come up, but that also kind of opens the door for you to take a look at other host agencies too. If, that kind of turned you off, then taking the chance to look at other host agencies. And I'm not sure if you've already done this, but I know that you've already joined our Facebook group. But if you haven't, I would highly suggest doing our 7-Day Setup program. It has a lot of great information on getting your agency started, choosing a host agency for you as well. And I think it would be helpful for you to go through the program, and also specifically because you are looking at Virtuoso agencies as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some link in the comments for you on our 7-Day Setup Challenge. And when you get a moment, go ahead and go through that if you haven't already. Really great information and resources in there for you that I think is going to really help you out in narrowing down a virtuoso agency that you want to work with. So, and I like the fact that you are already focused on, you want to be part of the consortium virtuoso. So just keep in mind that a consortium does not provide the day-to-day back office support, like tracking commissions, basic bookkeeping, or daily reports. If you're wanting a little bit more constant support, a host agency might be a better option. And you can choose a host agency that, as I've already mentioned, is affiliated with Virtuoso, so you have the benefits of both of them. So I would just make sure to determine if you're going to start your own agency, you're going to be off on your own, but you want to join Virtuoso as a consortium, or if you want to be part of a host agency that is affiliated with Virtuoso. You could honestly go either route in this scenario, but I'm going to give you some tips below here in just a minute about choosing a consortium and a host agency that I think might help you choose your path. So I'm going to put a link into the comments for you on what a consortium is. So when you get a chance, take a look at that article, because it does have some really good tips that I think will help you out, especially, in choosing whether you're going strictly with with Virtuoso or with a host that's affiliated with Virtuoso. So here's some things to consider with Virtuoso. They only take experienced agents, but as I mentioned, you could join a host agency that is affiliated with Virtuoso as the consortium. They are a high-end luxury-focused consortium. They tend to have only high-end agencies that are doing a lot of sales in luxury products. Obviously, they're going to have hundreds of luxury suppliers for you to work with. And then they're going to have amazing marketing programs, being that they are a luxury consortium. So many great marketing programs for you to be able to utilize. So what I would like to do is I'm going to put a link in the comments to you for information about Virtuoso on our website, where you can go ahead and click on Virtuoso, and you're going to be able to see all of their details that I think will help you when you're looking at which path is the right way to go for you, joining just Virtuoso or a hosted Virtuoso affiliated agency. So, and then as I mentioned, they are a luxury focused consortium. So Virtuoso is the leading luxury travel consortium and gives your clients access to the ultimate in luxury experiences. So here's a couple tips for you. Maximizing your prospect list. So much of luxury travel really relies on the referrals from your happy clients. So even one affluent lead in your prospect list can pay off in spades. So if you market to them correctly, you're going to stay top of mind with those clients and with the person that they referred you to. Also, expanding your circle. As an independent business owner, you hold a special significance in your community, whether it's large or small. So making sure to utilize that network to influence circles, such as, networking with country clubs, great place to find luxury clientele, your local government or charity organizations. These are great places to build relationships and to network and to grow your network of the luxury client. So real quickly, let me do a screen share. I just wanted to show you where to go on our website. Okay, so when you go to our website, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click, it says I'm looking for just click on consortium and click go. Okay, hang on here. Okay, this is going to have a list of all the consortiums on here. So over here on Virtuoso, just go ahead and click on that. And then as you kind of scroll down, you're going to be able to see, like, currently they accept experienced agents. They're members of ASTA. Luxury is their primary focus. It's going to tell you, do they have an accreditation number? There's what type of education programs they have, and tools and technologies. So as you kind of scroll down here, you're going to see a list of the Virtuoso host agencies that are currently on our website. I would suggest taking a look at everybody that's on here. So the ones that have the stars, these are host agencies that their agents have reviewed them and came back with positive reviews of something that they really liked as to why they joined that particular host agency. So I would just, take a look at everybody that's on here, whether they have reviews or not, and get a feel for which one of these is the right path for you. And then, certainly the ones that have reviews, that would be kind of the first place I would start, because you have agents that have commented on them for a reason. That they really like their experience with that particular host. But, also taking a look at some of these other ones on this list as well. So this is a really good place for you to start. A, to get to know Virtuoso better, and B, to kind of see what Virtuoso host agencies there are out there available to you. So, okay, 1 second here. All right. So I hope that helps you out. And then, I know that we've kind of talked about host agencies. So choosing a host agency affiliated with Virtuoso could be a really good path for you to go as well, especially starting out in the industry. I would recommend starting out with a host agency. So just making sure that you take a look at, what do you want from a host agency? Maybe kind of narrow down to about 3 to 5 choices of host agencies, doing your research on those hosts. What do they have to offer? If luxury product is more of what you're wanting to sell and being part of that Virtuoso environment, then finding out what preferred suppliers do those host agencies have. Do they have a luxury travel program? Any kind of luxury training program that you can utilize with that host agency, and also with Virtuoso, what kind of training programs do they offer as well? And then, just do your research on those prospective host agencies, and then call them when you're ready and get a feel for their culture. That's really the best way. And then, something else too to consider is every year, Virtuoso has an amazing conference for a week in Vegas where they bring in hundreds and hundreds of suppliers for you to be able to speak with. So they have a format where they have roundtables where literally you are going from table to table to meet with every single supplier that is part of their network. So it's a great way for you to get to know, overseas suppliers, to get to know hotels, tours, cruises, you name it, they have it in the room for you. Plus they have a cruise cafe day, which you get to go and meet one-on-one for 15 minutes with either a cruise line or a river cruise line company and get a one-on-one with them. So that's another thing to consider, is definitely going to, especially with being new, definitely go to a Virtuoso conference. It's an experience in and of itself, but you're going to learn so much, and you're going to be able to network with Virtuoso as a whole, with agencies there, agents, and suppliers. Also, check to see what kind of conferences your host agency offers and what kind of training events they have throughout the year as well, because there's plenty for you to take advantage. But if you want to focus on luxury, finding out what kind of luxury training, specialized training do they have, or do they have anything that they could recommend for you to take to become a specialist in luxury travel. So I hope that helps you out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the comments for you, Matt, that is on the benefits of choosing a host agency. Take the time to read through the article. And like I said, reach out to 3 to 5 different host agencies. And this is really a great way, starting out new in the industry. There's a lot of benefits to a host. So I would recommend definitely looking at interviewing different host agencies and then starting with a host associated with Virtuoso. Such a great way to get your luxury travel business going for you. So I wish you the best of luck, Matt. And if you have any other questions, certainly feel free to reach out to us on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you and kind of see where you ended up as well. So I just wanted to thank everybody for joining us today. And don't forget, we will be back next week at 12 p.m. Central Time, where we will answer your industry questions. And if you do have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to let us know at hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15. I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Thanks. Bye.